Great, so let's get started. So if you're just joining, as I said before, you can take a water bottle or a block, a yoga block if you have one, and place it at the top of your mat. We'll get started lying on our backs. So come to lying on your mat and toe heel your feet so they're as wide as the mat, or maybe even a little bit wider. And send your heels a little bit out, toes a little bit in, and then allow your knees to fall in towards one another until you can release your legs. So allow your structure to rest here. And then arms by your side. Let's have your palms face up for now. Close your eyes. Settle into your mat. Settle into this space. Give yourself this moment of stillness to really find presence. Really bring yourself into the now. Observe your breath. So at first you don't need to change anything about your breath. Just notice if your breathing is deep or shallow today. Notice your breathing patterns, if you're breathing through your mouth or your nose. Again, no judgment, simply observe. And bring awareness to your body. So find places that you're holding tension. And slowly begin to let them go. Maybe use your breath to help you release tension throughout your body. Feel yourself getting even heavier into this structure, into this posture that you're in, towards the floor. Allow gravity to take over. Bring special awareness to your jaw muscles, your throat, the place in your chest, and really see if you can let go. Maybe the place between your eyebrows, your forehead. And then begin to deepen your breath. Slowly even out your inhales and your exhales. And then gently make your way to one side for fetal position. Maybe bring your arms overhead first. Your bottom arm will be your pillow. And then press yourself all the way up to a comfortable seat. So in your comfortable seat, you can sit on a pillow. If you would like, you could sit on your heels, you could sit on the floor. Find a place that feels good in your body. So once you find a seated position, lengthen your spine. Feel your tailbone rooting down towards the ground, towards your mat. Find length between each of your vertebrae, all the way up through the crown of your head. You may find that you need to take a slight tuck to your chin just to find length in the back of your neck. Again, release tension from your jaw and your throat. So allow your hands to rest, palms face down on your lap. Allow your shoulders to fall away from your ears. Draw your attention back to your breath. Today we're working with Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi pranayama, or breath of victory. So to engage this breath, seal your lips, constrict the muscles in the back of your throat. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Deep exhale through your nose. So it's as if you're trying to fog up a mirror or say the letter H, but through your nose. Continue breathing. Join your palms together at heart center. So perhaps you'd like to make an intention for your practice today, maybe someone that you would like to dedicate your practice to. That person could be yourself, or maybe today your intention is your breath. Or perhaps staying present. Whatever your intention is, see it in your mind's eye. Exhale all of the air from your lungs. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Re-engage Ujjayi breath, Ujjayi pranayama, breathing in and out your nose. Release your palms back to your thighs. Gently open your eyes. So we'll take a few rounds of spinal breathing. So if you would like to watch just for the first round, that's perfectly okay. So inhale, draw your hands towards your thighs, lift your chest and gaze up. Exhale, round your spine, belly button in towards your spine. Draw your hands down your thighs towards your knees. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze up as you draw your hands towards your thighs. Exhale, round your spine, really warming up your entire spine. See if you can find movement even towards the base, towards your sacrum. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze up. Exhale, draw your hands towards your thighs, around your spine. A couple more. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze up. Exhale, round your spine. Again, inhale. Draw your hands towards your thighs as you lift your chest. Exhale, round your spine. Find neutral spine, so find a long spine. And then lift up in your pelvic floor here. Engage your lower belly in towards your spine. Engage your navel towards your spine. So find gentle engagement in your entire abdominal wall. So this will help support you and stabilize you throughout class today. So from here, you can keep your hands rested on your thighs if that feels okay for you. Keep gazing forward and then allow your right ear to become heavy. Drop your ear towards your right shoulder. Keep breathing here. Take an inhale and an exhale. Gently come back to center and I'll weapon over to the other side. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Gently lift your head back into center. We'll take one head circle, so be very gentle, be mindful. So drop your ear towards your right ear towards the right shoulder, chin towards your chest, left ear, left shoulder, gently towards the back. Be gentle, and then towards the right. Come back through center, we'll take the other side. So left ear, left shoulder, chin to chest, right ear, right shoulder, moving through the back, and left ear, left shoulder. Come back through center. Make your way to all fours, tabletop pose. So step your shoulders over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Let's take extended child's pose from here. So spread your knees a little bit wider, so maybe as wide as the mat. Bring your big toes to touch. Rest your forehead on the mat as you reach your arms far out in front of you. So in the child's pose here, let gravity take over. So extended child's pose where you are now is always available for you throughout class today. If you need to reconnect with your intention, your breath, or you would like to take a break, you can come right back here. Tabletop pose is where we're headed next. So shift your weight forward, stack your shoulders over your wrists, realign your knees underneath your hip joints. A few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your tailbone and gaze up. Find a micro bend in your elbows. Exhale, cow pose, rather cat pose, press the mat away. Send your navel towards your spine. Inhale, cow pose, drop your belly, lift your tailbone, gaze up. Exhale, cat pose. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat pose. Find neutral spine, tabletop pose. So left hand's your base. We'll take a few, we'll take gentle twisting here. So your left hand will be your base. So shift your weight slightly towards your left. Left inhale, reach your right fingertips high. Hold here, keep breathing. Engage your lower belly. Take another inhale. Exhale, right ear to the mat. Thread the needle. Send your right fingertips behind your left wrist. Release your right ear down to the mat. If this feels okay for you, maybe walk your fingertips towards the top of your mat. If you're not there already, replant your left palm on the mat underneath your left shoulder. Unwind the way that you came. Inhale, reach your right fingertips high. Open up your chest towards the right side. Exhale, tabletop. We'll take the other side right away. Inhale, reach your left fingertips high. Hold here and breathe. Use your abdominals to help support your twists. Take another inhale. Exhale, thread the needle. Left ear to the mat this time. So you can keep your right palm planted on the mat or walk your fingertips towards the top of the mat. Return your right palm underneath your right shoulder. Let's unwind the way that you came. Inhale, reach your left fingertips high. Exhale, tabletop pose. Plant both palms on the mat. So to warm up our wrists a little bit more today, and find a slight bend to your elbows. So if this is too much, you're always welcome to do this with no weight on your hands. I'll show you what it is with weight on your hands, and then you're always welcome to sit your hips back towards your heels. So slowly, mindfully begin to press into your knuckles and lift your heels of the hand off the mat. Again, if this feels not so good in your wrist, you're always welcome to sit back and take this without weight. Gently lower your heels of your hand back to the mat. Take an inhale here. Exhale, gently lift the heels of your hand off the mat. Slowly lower your heels of your hands back down, palms flat on the mat. Inhale. Exhale, slowly lift the heels of your hand off the mat. Slowly release your wrists back down to the mat, palms all the way down. Walk your hands back towards your heels and take a seat. So you're welcome to stay exactly like this, or perhaps you would like to tuck your toes under to stretch the backs of your feet, the bottoms of your feet rather. Interlace your fingers together. Send your palms forward and then reach your arms all the way up towards the ceiling. Lift your shoulders, find expansion in the sides of your body, and then really try to close the front of your rib cage so you're avoiding any extension there for now. So really using your abdominal muscles here. Reach a little bit taller through your arms, and then keep your arms reaching long, and then unlace your fingertips and reach your fingertips high. Keep engaging your abdominals. Take another inhale. Exhale, slowly lower your arms down. So come into tabletop pose. Untuck your toes if you tucked them. And then from here, take your left palm behind your left hamstring. And then again, take a seat back towards your heels. You'll kind of find the sweet spot once you know where we're going. So from here, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder for a neck stretch. So this just helps us increase the stretch just a little bit. If it's too much, you can always release your hand from behind your thigh. Again, maybe it feels better when your hand is a little bit further forward or maybe a little bit further back. Like I said, you'll find the sweet spot. Keep breathing here. Really allow the right side of your face, your head to become heavy. No need to do any extra pulling with your left arm, right arm. And then gently release, come forward, we'll take the other side. So bring your right hand behind your right hamstring and sit back towards your heels. And drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Tabletop pose is where we're headed next. Set your shoulders over your wrists and downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Send your hips high and your heels to the mat. Let's find movement right away. So pedal out your feet. Take one heel to the mat, then the other. Maybe you'd like to find deep knee bends. And then downward facing dog, let's find stillness. Draw your heels a little bit closer to the mat. You can bend your knees a lot here if that feels better for you. Send your hips a little bit higher. Lift your tailbone towards the ceiling. So feet are about hip width distance apart. Hands are about shoulder width distance apart. Broaden between your shoulder blades. So spin your armpits to face your ears. Again, re-engage if you've lost at your pelvic floor. So find a gentle lift in your pelvic floor. Engage your belly button towards your spine. Lift up in your quadriceps. Draw your heels closer to the mat. It's okay if they don't touch. Keep breathing. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, slowly walk to the top of your mat. Bring your feet hip width distance apart. So we'll take Ragdoll pose from here. Interlace your arms, hang over. So you can bend your knees as much as you'd like. Switch out the grip in your arms, opposite arm on top. And then unlace your arm, return your palms to the mat, bend your knees a lot, and slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Inhale, reach both arms high, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, join your palms together, Samasthiti. Send your tailbone a little bit more down towards the mat. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, forward fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, really long spine. Exhale, high plank pose. Bend your knees, plant your palms, step your feet way behind you. Just make an inhale here. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Inhale. Exhale, engage your lower belly. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Bring your feet together to touch this time if that feels okay for you. Otherwise, you can do hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your chest. Reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, side body stretch. Grab your left wrist with your right hand and reach up and over to the right side of your mat. Spin your right shoulder a little bit more forward to help square your chest. Plant both feet equally down to the mat. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, side body stretch up and over to the other side. So this time grab your right wrist with your left hand. Come back to center, take an inhale. Exhale, forward fold. You can always bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. Listen, plant your palms, bend your knees, step your left toes behind you. Drop down to your back knee. Crescent moon, lift your chest, and reach your arms high overhead. Continue breathing here. If it feels better for you, you can bring your hands to your front thigh. Release your right hand to your right thigh. If both hands are on your thigh, reach your left arm towards the ceiling. So take a deep inhale here. Then exhale, gently reach your left wrist up and over to the right for a side body stretch. Might increase the stretch in the front of your left hip as well. Be gentle. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, half splits, plant your palms on either side of your front foot. Shift your hips back, flex your front foot. Allow your head to become heavy. Low lunge, shift your weight forward, rebend your front knee. Curl your back toes under, lift your back knee. Plant your left palm. Inhale, reach your right fingertips high. Twist your chest towards the right, towards your front leg. Engage your left quadricep. Take another inhale. Exhale, plant your right palm, downward facing dog. Send your right foot back to meet your left. Inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Bring your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, low lunge. So plant your palms, send your right toes behind you. Drop down to your back knee. Lift your chest and reach your arms high overhead, crescent moon. Keep breathing. Release your left palm to your left thigh. If both hands were on your front thigh, reach your right arm high. Take another inhale. Exhale, side body stretch, reach up and over to the left. Gently come back to center, take an inhale. Exhale, half splits, plant your palms, shift your hips back and flex your front foot. Low lunge, shift your weight forward, rebend your front knee, curl your back toes under and lift your back knee. Engage your right quadricep, plant your right palm on the mat. Inhale, reach your left hand high. Twist your chest towards your front leg. Send your left hip back just a little bit more. Take another inhale. Exhale, plant your left palm on the mat, downward facing dog. Send your left foot back to meet your right. Take an inhale here. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, look to your hands. Exhale, travel to the top of your mat. Bring your feet in between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward folds. Inhale, mountain pose. Lift your chest. Reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, we'll take one legged Tadasana. So shift your weight into your right foot, your right leg, and send your left knee so that it is in line with your left hip. Option here to bring both hands to your front knee. You could always just use one hand. Really think of stamping down through your right foot. So spread your standing leg toes wide, press down into that, grow tall through the crown of your head, engage your abdominals. So if your hands are on your knee, reach your fingertips towards the ceiling. Take another inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Bend your front knee and step your left toes way behind you. So from here, align your heels about heel to heel alignment. And then if you would like to step your foot a little bit wider, that's perfectly okay. So spin your press into the outer edge of your back foot. Send your left hip forward and your right hip back. Take an inhale here. Exhale, find airplane arms. So gently send your chest forward. Reach your fingertips behind you, palms face down. Draw your shoulder blades towards one another. Really engage through your lower abdominals. Keep pressing into the outer edge of your back foot. Keep spinning your left hip forward. Inhale, warrior one. Lift your chest and reach your arms high. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your chest forward. Reach your fingertips behind you. Engage your shoulder blades towards one another. Draw your right hip a little further back. Keep pressing down into your back heel. Inhale, reach both arms high. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze up. Exhale, humble warrior. Bow forward and send your chest on the inside of your front thigh. Keep squaring your hips, so left hip forward, right hip back. Try to keep your palms together as much as you can. And then if that means that you need to pull a little bit back on your chest expansion, that's perfectly okay. Slowly, mindfully lift your chest. Unlace your fingers. Warrior one, reach both arms high. Take an inhale here. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. So slowly, mindfully glide your weight forward. Step your left foot to meet your right. Send your fingertips behind you. Inhale, mountain pose, reach both arms high. Other side. Exhale, one-legged Tadasana. Maybe bring both hands to your front knee, your right knee. Really press down through your standing leg. Lift up in your left quadricep. Find a steady gaze in front of you. Engage your lower belly and lift up in your pelvic floor. Reach both arms high overhead if you're not there already. Take an inhale. Exhale, warrior one. Bend your front knee and step your left toes behind you. Heel to heel alignment or a little bit wider. Press into the outer edge of your back foot. Really spin your back heel down to the mat as you send your right hip forward. Take an inhale here. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your chest forward as you reach your fingertips behind you. Inhale, warrior one, reach both arms high. Exhale, airplane your arms. Draw your shoulder blades towards one another. Palms face down, engage your lower belly. Inhale, warrior one, reach both arms high. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your chest, gaze up. Exhale, humble warrior. Bow forward, send your chest on the inside of your front thigh. Keep pressing to the outer edge of your back foot. Right hip forward, left hip back. Inhale, warrior one, lift your chest, unlace your fingers and reach your arms high overhead. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Glide your weight forward, step your right foot up to meet your left. Your feet can be hip width distance apart or all the way together to touch. It's up to you. Inhale, mountain pose, reach both arms high. Exhale, forward, fold, hinge from your hips. Inhale, halfway lift, super long spine. Hold here, continue to breathe. Think of drawing your heels towards the back of your mat to help engage the backs of your thighs. Find a micro bend in your knees here to avoid your hyperextension. Draw your shoulder blades away from your ears, your shoulders away from your ears. Really find length, tailbone all the way up through the crown of your head. Take another inhale, use your abdominals to help support you. Exhale, high plank. Bend your knees a lot. Plant your palms underneath your shoulders. Step your feet way behind you. So option is keep your knees lifted or maybe drop down to your knees. So we'll take chaturanga into upward facing dog. So spin your elbows to face the backs of your mat so your elbow creases are parallel to the top of your mat. Lower down halfway, 90-degree bend in your elbows. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Lift your hips off the mat. Engage your quadriceps. Lift your chest. Exhale, downward facing dog. Send your hips high. Or maybe you'd like to come into tabletop pose and then downward facing dog. It's up to you. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Three-legged dog on the right side. Inhale, reach your right toes high. Hold here, keep breathing. Square your hips, right hip down. Keep engaging your right glute, your right hamstring to lift your right heel a little higher. Take another inhale. Exhale, low lunge. Step your right foot in between your hands. You can take one of your hands, your right hand maybe, to help bring your foot there. Crescent lunge. Inhale, lift your chest, reach your arms high. Exhale, release your right arm down, right palm to your right thigh. Reach your left wrist up and over to the right side body stretch. Engage your left quadricep to help lengthen your back knee. Step your back heel over your back foot. Reach both arms high. Square your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your chest forward. Reach your fingertips behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge. Reach both arms high. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back heel down to the mat. Reach your arms wide. So for warrior two, feet can be about heel to arch alignment or heel to heel. Set your shoulders over your hips, working towards a 90-degree bend in your front knee, being mindful that your knee does not surpass being stacked over your front ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your right arm high. Exhale, extended side angle. Bring your right elbow to your front thigh, reach your left arm high. So if you'd like, you can extend your right fingertips down. If you grabbed a block or a water bottle, this is a great moment to bring it underneath your bottom hand if you would like. Reverse triangle. Inhale, lengthen your front knee, engage your inner thighs towards one another, reach your right arm high. Exhale, triangle pose. Find a micro bend in your front knee. Reach your right arm forward and down again, maybe using your block or your water bottle underneath your bottom hand. Keep lengthening your spine. Extend your arms really long. Spin your chest towards your top hand. Activate your inner thighs towards one another. Inhale, reverse warrior. Rebend your front knee. Reach your right arm high as you lift your chest. Exhale, low lunge. Circle your palms down to the mat. You can move your block out of the way or your water bottle. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot to meet your left. Three-legged dog on the other side. Inhale, reach your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot in between your hands. Maybe take one hand to help move your foot forward. Crescent lunge. Lift your chest and reach your arms high overhead. Square your hips, so right hip forward, left hip back. Each foot has its own lane. Step your front knee over your front ankle. Drop your left hand to your left thigh. Take an inhale here. Exhale, side body stretch. Reach your right wrist up and over to the left. Crescent lunge, come back to center, reach both arms high, take an inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms, send your chest forward, reach your fingertips behind you. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach both arms high. Exhale, warrior two, spin your back heel down to the mat, press into the outer edge of your back foot, step your front knee over your front ankle, shoulders over your hips, reach your arms wide, gaze over your front fingertips. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach your left arm high. Keep the deep bend in your front knee, little to no weight in your back hand. Exhale, extended side angle, bring your left elbow to your thigh, reach your right arm high. So again, if you'd like to extend your arm, you can do so, or maybe bring your block or your water bottle underneath your bottom. Inhale, reverse triangle, lengthen your front knee, lift your chest and reach your left arm high. Find a micro bend in your front knee, activate your inner thighs towards one another. Exhale, triangle pose. Keep the structure with your legs, reach your left arm forward and down, maybe capturing your block. Inhale, reverse warrior. We bend your front knee. Lift your chest and reach your left arm high. Exhale, low lunge. Downward facing dog. Send your left foot back to meet your right. Take an inhale. And then exhale. You're always welcome to take child's pose. Inhale. And exhale. Three-legged dog. Inhale, reach your right toes high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot in between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your chest and reach your arms high overhead. Hold here and continue to breathe. So again, square your hips. Step your back heel over your back ankle. Find lengthen your back knee a little bit more by engaging your back quadricep. Each foot should have its own lane. Take an inhale here. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your chest forward. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach both arms high. Listen, option to do exactly as we just did or take airplane pose. So launch your weight forward if you're taking airplane pose. Send your left heel towards the ceiling. Keep breathing here for 3. Chair pose, arms reach high in 2. Square your hips a little bit more, left hip down. In 1, mindfully plant your left foot down to meet your right. Reach both arms high. Feet can be together to touch or hip width distance. Hold here, keep breathing. Glide your weight towards your heels. Send your tailbone a little bit more down and back. Engage your lower belly. Lift your chest a little more. Mindfully lengthen your legs. Palms together, heart center, Shavasana. Shift weight to your right foot. We're going to take tree pose next. So spin your left knee open. Bring the sole of your left foot to your inner shin or your inner thigh with the help of your hand. Just avoid your knee joint, please. And then draw your hands back together, heart center. Send your tailbone towards your heel. Lift up on your pelvic floor. Find length. Find equal pressure between your foot and your inner thigh. Take an inhale here. Exhale, mindfully release your left foot down to meet your right, Samasthiti. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose. Exhale, shift your weight into your left foot. Find one-legged Tadasana. Maybe bring both hands to your right knee. So from here, we're going to take eagle pose. So bend your left knee, cross your right leg, your right thigh over your left thigh. Maybe kickstand your toes here. You could take the second wrap with your toes or hover them, so it's up to you. Arms will go right arm underneath your left. You can take opposite shoulder, backs of hands, or palms. Your palms can come all the way together to touch if that's accessible. Otherwise, just touch the backs of your hands. Or maybe fingertips to palms. Inhale, Tadasana, reach both arms high, mindfully unwind. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, high plank pose, step your feet way behind you, come down to your knees, or you can keep them lifted if you would like. Chaturanga, lower down halfway, hug your elbows in towards your ribcage. Inhale, upward facing dog if you're choosing to do so. Lift your knees off the mat, engage your quadriceps. Exhale, downward facing dog. Always option to come through tabletop and press into downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Three-legged dog on the left side. Inhale, reach your left heel high. Exhale, low lunge. Step your foot in between your hands. Inhale, crescent lunge. Lift your chest and reach your arms high. Hold here and breathe. Square your hips a little bit more, so left hip back, right hip forward. Engage your lower belly, keep lengthening your spine. Taking an inhale. Exhale, airplane your arms. Send your chest forward and your fingertips back. Inhale, crescent lunge, reach both arms high. Exhale, option to do as we just did, or take airplane pose by launching off your back foot. Gliding your weight forward, stamp your left foot down with the mat, square your hips, so right hip a little bit more down. Find a slight upward facing dog in your chest. Keep breathing here for 3. Chair pose in 2. And 1. Mindfully release your right foot down to meet your left. Bend your knees a lot, send your hips low, reach your arms high. Keep your chest lifted. Send your tailbone a little bit more down and back as you glide your weight towards your heels. Keep breathing. Gently lengthen your knees. Sound sleepy here. Hands together at heart center. Tree pose. Shift your weight to your left foot. Spin your right knee open. Bring your right foot, the sole of your foot, to your inner shin or maybe to your inner thigh with the help of your hand. Equal pressure between your inner thigh or your inner shin and your foot. And sending your tailbone down towards the mat. Keep breathing. Release tension from your jaw, from your face. Take an inhale. Exhale, slowly release your right foot down to meet your left. Inhale, Tadasana, reach both arms high. Exhale, one-legged Tadasana. Shift into the right foot this time. Send your left knee high. Maybe both hands come to capture your front leg, or you can keep your arms overhead. Take an inhale here. Exhale, eagle on the left. So cross your left ankle, or rather your left thigh over your right. Left arm underneath your right. Backs of hands can come together to touch opposite shoulder or palms together. You can hover your left toes, kickstand them on the mat, or maybe take the second breath. Send your tailbone a little bit more down and back and lift your chest. Keep breathing. Inhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, mindfully unwind, reach both arms high. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank pose. Bend your knees, step your feet way behind you. Option to move right back into downward facing dog. Maybe take chaturanga, come down to your knees, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take an inhale here. And an exhale. Inhale to high plank pose. Make one line with your heels, your hips, and your shoulders. Keep breathing. Zip up your lower belly, close your rib cage in the front. Engage your entire abdominal wall. Think of spreading between your shoulder blades. Press the mat away. You can always come down to your knees. Keep breathing here. Press into all of your hands. So your fingertips, your knuckles, palms of your hands, the outside towards your pinky and your ring finger. The entire hand towards your thumb, pointer finger. Keep breathing. Take another inhale. Exhale, shift your weight forward. We're going to lower all the way down to your belly. In 3, you're always welcome to come down to your knees. In 2 and 1. Cobra Pose, untuck your toes. So zip your legs all the way together to touch. Send your elbows a little bit more towards the ceiling, hug them towards your rib cage. Take an inhale to lengthen your spine. Exhale, Cobra Pose, lift your chest. Little to no weight in your hands, spine strengthening posture. Press your hips down into the mat, press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Firm up your quadriceps a little bit. Keep breathing. Take an inhale. Exhale, gently release your left ear down to the mat. Arms by your sides, palms face up. Allow your knees to fall, or rather your heels to fall open wide. Bring your chin back to center. So you can take Cobra Pose exactly as we just did, or if you'd like to take bow pulling pose, I'll guide you through. So if you're taking Cobra Pose, move right on in. Bow pulling pose, take your heels towards your seat, towards your bum, and capture the outside edges of your feet with your hands. Take an inhale here to lengthen your spine. Exhale, kick your feet into your hands. Allow the kick to drive this posture. Slowly peel your chest off the mat. And from here, if you feel yourself rolling towards your hips, just roll a little bit more towards your belly. Engage your inner thighs to help keep your knees in line with your hips. Take another inhale. Exhale, slowly, slowly, mindfully release. Right ear down to the mat, palms face up. Relax everything. Return your chin back to center. Bring your palms underneath your shoulders. Tabletop pose. Press down into the mat, send your hips back. And then come all the way to standing on your knees. So stack your shoulders over your hips over your knees. We'll take us out of camel pose. So bring your palms to your lower back. Send your elbows behind you toward the back of your mat. Lift your chest really high. Walk your gaze up towards the ceiling. Keep lifting your chest. Keep breathing here. And then slowly, mindfully, come back to center. Sit down on your heels. And then sit off to one side. Come all the way to lying on your back. So plant your soles of your feet on the floor, hip width distance apart. Cross your right ankle over your right thigh, so figure 4 position here. And then option to stay exactly as you are, or bring the entire structure towards you to increase the stretch in your hip. Flex your right foot to protect your right knee. Make this feel good in your body. Always working towards sensation but not pain. And gently release. Let's take the other side. So just plant your sole of your right foot down to the mat, cross your left ankle over your right quadricep. You can stay exactly like this or bring the entire structure towards your chest. Maybe reaching through the triangle that you made with your left hand, capture the back of your right leg. Gently release. Send your left leg long and hug your right knee in towards your chest. Take an inhale. Exhale, supine twist. Guide your right knee across your body towards the left. Find a gentle twist here. Allow gravity to do most of the work. Back to center. Switch out your leg. So hug your left knee in towards your chest as your right leg goes long. And then supine twist, guide your knee across your body. Guide your knee back to center. Hug both knees in towards your chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders off the mat. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Wrap your arms around your shin. Take an inhale. Exhale, Shavasana. Release everything to the mat. Take up lots of space. Palms face up. Find a place that is comfortable, that you can completely relax, completely release. So get out any last fidgets. Settle in. Shavasana. Scan your body for tension that you're holding on to. Let go of any tension that's left over in your body. Notice how you can apply this also to your thoughts, to your mind. Let go of any thoughts that come up, of any thoughts that you are holding on to. Give yourself permission to let go. Surrender to the space that you're in now. Surrender to stillness. We'll be here in Shavasana for a few moments in silence. You're welcome to stay here for as long as you'd like. If you are ready to be guided out, begin by deepening your breath and find movement throughout your body. Roll over to one side for fetal position, and then press yourself up to a seat. In your seat, join your palms together at heart center. Close your eyes, lengthen your spine. Exhale all of the air from your lungs. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open mouth, exhale. Raise your thumbs to third eye center, the space between your eyebrows. Gratitude and bow forward. Namaste.